All right. There it is. I think I'm ready. I think. Oh, it's always a little bit of, am I doing everything I'm supposed to be doing? Is it all done right? I don't remember. When I take time off from streaming. So theoretically, everything is good. Although my headphones feel stuck. I think they're okay, but whatever. Anyway, hi. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, whenever you are. Hello. I'm a practical eccentric, and I'm here for Dreamlight Valley because A, it's Thursday, and B, we've had new update stuff for the Storybook Vale. So I am super excited to be getting to that because I was out of town last week, so hence the not streaming, and knew I was going to be behind, but that's okay because, it's here and we can get to it when we get to it because life keeps going on, whether or not we have time for the gaming or not. So let's go ahead and do the quote of the night. The quote of the night is, "Don't spin your wheels and stress. Take a deep breath, center yourself, and make a plan." And that is from Douglas Adams. And the reason I picked this quote is because making a plan has been very, very useful for me in the last couple of weeks. I had a lot to do. I've actually had a lot to do over the last several months. And sitting down, writing things out, and being able to take action on that checklist, that plan, has really helped make sure that I don't end up spinning my wheels too much and stressing and thinking about things too much. It also helps that it was crunch time. I don't like necessarily being super busy in a crunch time, but I don't function poorly in it just because being a lifelong procrastinator has taught me how to cope. Maybe not awesomely, but for the most part, I still am like, okay, there is a point, and I used to describe it to my husband, where you just become action because you just have to move. I learned a lot of that skill from being in food service in particular, but also a little bit of retail. And it is translated into other aspects of my life, personal life, being a parent, and then also the work I do. I am predominantly responsible for a lot of the physical aspects in the library that I work in. So while I can do spreadsheet work and run reports and develop processes and write things down and do all of these other library, what you would think of as typical library work, I'm also the person that when we need to move things around, or when, somebody comes in and says, "Hey, I need these books," or "Hey, someone's showing up," or "Hey, this quick pivot," I can usually just become action and just do the things instead of thinking about the things too much. So that's really useful in crunch time. But yes, writing out a plan can help recenter yourself, especially if it's like a brain dump. You just dump it out, and then you're like, okay, and then what is the next step? And what is the next step? And what is the next step? As opposed to, I'm thinking of the 30 steps that are to come, and then I just end up stuck in that mode, as opposed to, okay, take the first step, take the next step, take the next step. So I am on the other side of most of my crunch stuff. Not to say there isn't still stuff to come. I'm already getting emails and things to do for getting set up for the next school year, which is still about a month away. But of course, there's more to come because there's always more to come. Life doesn't stop just because we're tired and have already had a lot on our plate. But it feels good to have gotten to the other side of some of that stuff that I was overthinking for a while and not able to do much for, or had put off doing stuff for, before things start picking up again for the school year. And I run a big book sale event on Labor Day weekend at the library I work at. And so we're getting into the period of prep in earnest for that. but it's the 5th year we've done it. So, I mean, it's kind of old hat at this point as far as knowing exactly what I need to do when and how to get ready for it. And, you know, what happens if I'm a little bit behind or if something kind of surprising happens. But, you know, I have written out the plan for a lot of that stuff already. So it helps when curveballs come at me to incorporate those things as opposed to adding them to the spinning, overthinking spiral I can get into. So, and you know what? I get to take a long 3-hour deep breath tonight by playing a video game, and that is wonderful. So, not to say I won't start going, oh, and there's this to do and there's that to do, because that's always possible in video games, but I am choosing that for fun as opposed to having to do it for somebody else. So I don't know if that makes sense, maybe. Just advice I share because it has been useful for me. So, yeah, I don't even know where to begin. Last week was kind of a whirlwind. I had a work trip, and it was, the class I took was fabulous. Oh, I made a book. Let's see if I'm in frame. Put it right in front of my face. I made a book. It's got like a tie on it, which is typical in library collections if you have like your the boards coming off or the spine coming off, and it helps to contain things on the shelf. But I learned better ways of tying that, better materials to use. There's a wide variety of materials that get used in libraries, and some are better than others. Usually they're more expensive. But I had never made a book like this, start to finish. I had done things like folding paper and cutting paper and like making a case and sewing the text block, and I've never done like a 2-part, so like the cloth on the spine and then the paper on the boards. I'd never done a cover like that before. I'd never made a rounded back. Can we say that it's rounded? Maybe. It's got a rounded spine. We didn't use hammers, which is the traditional way to make a rounded spine, but we did the best we could with the tools that were available to us in this class. And then, anyway, I did all the parts. I have done all the parts kind of separately, and then I've also made books just out of recycled materials for fun. So it was nice having the class, you know, there was more to the class than just making this book, but this was a component of it. And there are things that I didn't do very well on this that inform what I need to practice, because I had never folded, depending on how many times you fold a sheet of paper before you cut it into the pages of a book, that can vary depending on the book and the paper you start with. And this was the first time I had folded, I think each sheet got folded, it was either 3 or 4 times. So we were cutting through several pages at once. And apparently I'm not very good at it when it gets up to past a certain point. Like, I have cut pages before, but it wasn't the same. Like, there are different paper weights and thicknesses and stuff like that. So the thicker the paper, the more folds you're cutting through. So the more sheets you're cutting through at once can inform just how difficult it is to cut them. And so that is definitely something I need to practice. There were a couple other things that I was like, I can tell that I need practice on that. And so that's nice, because it's not a book of importance. It's a book for me for fun and for practice. So now that I have done those things with the, I don't know, watchful eye of an instructor, I can apply what I've learned to maybe making more books and practicing, just so that when I go to cut a book that I do not own or do whatever work I need to do to it, I know what I need to work on before I get to the point where I'm cutting the books at the library or whatever I need to do. Because sometimes, anyway, there's a whole, we could get into some, like, I could go on, but we don't need to go on. That's a side tangent, but it was fun. I learned a lot about myself in travel, especially when it comes to traveling for work. And ways I will change, if I ever have an opportunity to go again, I will be able to go. I know enough about myself now to request different travel arrangements, just different things. I hadn't been on a plane in over 20 years, and that was an experience. And then there was layovers and connections to buses, and it was a lot. And I handled it pretty well, but it was like really anxiety inducing and made it really stressful. So I'm glad the class was really awesome, because the rest of it was like, huh. And I'm so glad to be home. I really wanted to stream on Sunday, but I was so wiped out. I actually ended up going home early on Monday too, because I was just like, all of my defenses, like emotional defenses, were really thin from how tired I was. So I ended up coming home and not doing much of anything. I took a 2-hour nap. I watched Finding Nemo with my youngest. I just really tried to relax as much as possible. So as much as I wanted to stream on Sunday, I'm glad that I just, did only what I needed to do. I needed, family stuff and house stuff and just other things. But anyway, all right, enough story time. I'll probably think of things along the way and yammer on, as I like to do, but I made myself a new outfit for the new update. I wanted to use this Padme dress, and then I've been wanting to use this short hair for a bit. I don't tend to pick short hairs just because, in any games I play, because I don't like short hair on myself. So I think a lot of people tend to project themselves into the characters they create. Not always, but a lot of people will make characters that look similar to themselves, or like kind of a fantasy version of themselves. So I don't tend to pick a lot of short hairs. And I actually really like the fact that it's kind of hard to tell in this room, but like I have done like this cream color that matches the top of the dress, and then this purple that's kind of in the midpoint of the ombre in the skirt. So I thought that turned out really cute. And I like these little wings with it too. So new outfit for new update stuff. Let's see. So, and no shoes because it's summer, so why not? Anyway, I think I finished the Star Path a while ago. So the Star Path is all done. I did all of the new base game update stuff already from a few streams ago. And then I have almost completed the Summer Sizzle event, which I did not do last year. So I made all of the things, which requires so many s'mores. So many s'mores. And then I still have 2 more s'mores to eat for this duty, and then the Summer Sizzle event will be done, which is great because it ends in 4 days. But in all honesty, I'm probably going to use up stamina tonight, so I will probably eat 2 more s'mores tonight and then be done. And then, oh yeah, current challenge. I got to film this on time this week, so this video will be coming out tomorrow. I honestly had no idea what I wanted to do for this. I was just like, which has happened a few times this year with this kind of like challenge I'm doing to participate in Dream Snaps every week this year. And so this was one of those where I was just like, I'll just do the best I can. Now, last week's Dream Snaps and Decor videos got flip-flopped Monday and Friday because I was out of town, so I didn't post this one, the Roses and Thorns, until Monday, but I have already voted, and because that video is already out, we can take a sneaky peek. I did end up seeing a little bit of a spoiler. I was really trying to avoid the social media platforms where I see Dreamlight Valley stuff, but of course I did see some stuff about the update, and I was like, no. But I did see somebody mention that this Dream Snap required in the bonus tags Sleeping Beauty, and they were griping that they didn't have the points, the moonstones, to buy the stuff in the shop that was Sleeping Beauty related. And I was like, that's really a bummer for people who don't have the veil. And And for people who can't afford the moonstones, I mean, I know it's only a bonus tag, so I mean, that's fine, but also kind of sucks. It feels like you're being pressured to spend money when times are tough for a lot of people. So when I did this, I was like, oh, I should make sure and check what Sleeping Beauty stuff I had. And literally the only thing I had was this hat. So this hat made me choose yellow because I didn't have anything else. Now, if I had already had time to work on some of the content stuff, like the new Vale update, I'm sure there's stuff to unlock with Aurora and Maleficent that would also be Sleeping Beauty, but because I was not here, I did not have any time to work on that, and then I didn't want to stream. I didn't want to do any of it off stream, so I was grateful that I even had an object, a clothing piece for this snap, but it essentially dictated what happened with this outfit because I had only one thing to choose from. And like I could have done something black and white if I had more options, or like I didn't want to use yellow, but I actually kind of like how this turned out. I don't know how she's gonna do. Anytime I like something, I almost am guaranteed to not get as many moonstones out of it, but I actually really liked how she turned out, so we'll see what happens with it. And then I think the one before this was Pride. No, it was Hooked on Dream Snaps. Okay. So I actually don't think I have looked at my mailbox yet because the Storybook Vale quest is started in the mailbox. So I actually have been avoiding looking, but I had fun doing this. It was fun I mean, this is a room inside my house. It's my Dream Snap studio. But I liked the fact that I made it look like the inside of a boat. Like I could see having like the captain's room be like a treasure trove, and I tried to stick as many things that were like gold objects. So I ended up putting like a what is that? Scramble coin figurine because Daisy's bow was gold and the platform was gold. But like this is a harp. And then I had scrolls and this shell. I was thinking, like, what if it was like a magical shell? You know, I had a map here. I ended up having more stuff where you can't see it just because I was trying to shove things that seemed like treasure. Some crates. Can imagine what's in the crates or the barrel. I ended up putting some carpets here. Just scrolls. Just different things that I thought seemed treasure-like. But this was fun to put together. I had a good time with it. So anyway, I'm curious to see how much I've gotten for it. So let's go check the mailbox because it'll start a quest and give me the information about what rewards I got for the Dream Snaps, and then I can record those. If you are not aware, I post the Dream Snaps video, and then once I find out how I scored and what moonstones I got and all of that, I put that in a pinned comment for the video so that if anybody's curious about that. Oh my, that's better than I expected to do. Good for me. Well, let's record that. It's been a minute since I've gotten more than 1,500 if I'm not mistaken, which honestly 1,500 is still awesome. So let's pull that up. That's in this spreadsheet. 14 million and 2 spreadsheets. And that would be Dream Snaps. So I scored 75.75. And I ranked 12,241. And I got 2,500 moonstones. Fancy. Yeah, I had, so there was bold, strong, Peter Pan, and wondrous as the tags, and I did end up with a lot of strong and wondrous. But yeah, I don't worry too much about the tags because I'm more excited to participate, and I'm more excited to try and practice the creative side of things because sometimes I really, really struggle with concepts. And what really is popular for Dream Snaps just across the board is a way I don't really normally create anyway. And it's not my favorite. Like, it's fine. And I'm not dissing anybody. There's a lot of controversy when it comes to dream snaps and opinions about how people should be doing dream snaps or how serious people take it or whatever. But a lot of dream snaps end up with a lot of effects, a lot of glow, a lot of this. Although I do really like, I love the fact that even though people are still doing a lot of really bright, glowy effects in the background, people do seem to be trending toward making sure that you can really see the character, especially if it's an outfit challenge. So that's nice to see, like a progression where it's not just the more the better, which I think a lot of people were trending towards for a while. But I really don't create like this, and I don't have time. Like this Hooked on Dream Snaps one took me an hour and 18 minutes, and that's actually a longer, like I usually estimate about an hour to an hour and a half, because that's really all I can give it and still, like, you know, maintain my personal life, like time with my family and kids and stuff, and have time to like actually create a video out of it. So I do like the fact that I can see this character really, really well. I really like that. And the snap is cute. I enjoy it. Again, lots of stuff. I would never think to do all of this because A, I wouldn't think of it, and B, I don't, like, I'm not a minimalist by any stretch of the imagination, but also this is a lot to put down, and I don't think I would ever take the time to put this much stuff down for a dream snap. I could see doing it for like just a decorating thing, but even then that's too much stuff for me. And I just wouldn't think of it. I really like the fact that they used the little lantern in the hand too. I think that's really cute. And this was fun. This was fun. So anyway, yeah, some cute stuff this week, but I probably would never think to do this, even if I had all the time. I struggle a lot with composition, and I worry about overdoing things, underdoing things, which is part of the reason my main focus is just participating, because it is a challenge for me to do that. So anyway, enough dream snaps, enough event stuff. Oh yeah, I looked at the shop and I thought about, these are cute, but I don't know if I need them. And they're affordable. That's the other thing. Well, and I just got 2,500 moonstones, so I was like, ooh, maybe there's something in here that I forgot. This is cute. I love the fact that it's got like a little animation thing. I'd love to know how big this is. Is this like a tall tree, or is it more like one of those dwarf trees? I don't know. But I don't know if I need it, you know? And then this is very cute. I don't know if I need it. This is expensive, but gosh, is it pretty. Both the houses are pretty, and I do like the outfits. I wish the outfits were pieces. Are they pieces? It's a dress and a cape and a helmet and boots. And then that dress and a cape. Okay. Ooh. That's pretty. I don't think it's worth 8K to me to get that just for the staff, but I think that's my favorite thing in this whole bundle. Yeah, that for sure. The staff is my favorite thing in the whole bundle. Not gonna do it for 8,000. And I had somebody point out that the tool sets are missing. See, that might be okay. The tool sets are still missing the snippet catching nets. And I really hope they fix that at some point. But it is still a bummer that that's still a thing, that they're still missing. Because we just got the second half of the Vale content. Like, give me the fancy looking tools and the tool sets. Especially if they have the time bending staff. Like, come on now. This is tempting. Fireworks are nice to have. I don't always use special effects stuffs in my DreamWorks, but it is nice to have them as an option. Park clock set. I could see that being really useful when I get to doing stuff outside. Several options. Ooh, and a little green one. It's cute. Okay. And then I own that. Tower of Terror. Okay. Haunted Mansion bundle. Donut Duo. I already have that. Do I need that for 800? It's nice to consider things when they're on sale, that's for sure. Cute. 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 I mean, it's all cute. Anything I feel like I need, though? Don't think so. Max. I hear a lot of people talking about how awesome Max is, but Max is pricey. And I'm cheap. And then my saved bundles. Like, this dress is just gorgeous. I love the effect on it. Although I do like the bottom half better than I like the top half, to be honest. Anyway, those are still saved. I still think that I'm going to keep those as my pins. All right. So nothing jumping out at me and saying, get me, get me. Okay, we're looking at the mail for the quest. Oh, this is the wings from the Forgotten. I did see somebody had used these in a Dream Snap, and I had, when I had gone to my mailbox for... There was something else I needed to go to my mailbox for, something mundane. I don't remember what it was. But anyway, I did see that these were in here. So it says, Lilith, I wanted to thank you again for helping me choose the perfect name. I finally feel like I truly belong here in the Valley, surrounded by friends. Please accept this gift as a token of our friendship. Claim, because I want these so bad. All right, and then a most disturbing development. Lilith, I was hoping we might have some peace and quiet after the disappearance of Maleficent, but I'm afraid we have no such luck. Some of the mysterious sickness is sweeping over the residents of Storybook Vale, which I have noticed running around doing other stuff. Come speak to me when you're ready for your next adventure. Yours, the Lore Keeper. All right, so... Yes, hello, Eric. Shadow Wings. Okay, those need to go in my... whatchamahoozits. That's not how I get there. Shadow Wings. I do put, like, this kind of stuff in my spreadsheet, even if it doesn't appear in the lists, because I want to know. I want to know! Shadow Wings. Shadow Wings. Does it actually show up in the collection menu? That'd be nice. It does, and it's under General. Did I go to Scrooge's shops today? I didn't play this at all today, so I have not done any of the regular stuff. So before we pop to the Vale, let's... Oh, I think I've been... Oh, and if you don't know, I know I'm late to the party, but if you don't know, there is a new set of chests. I only have the small and large version right now from Sleeping Beauty, but they are purchasable, so no Dreamlight, no Darkwood, just purchasable. And I have been swapping out. I bought like 100 of them because I was like, holy crap. So I've been swapping out and recycling, unmaking. What is the name of that? Uncrafting. There we go. I was like, there's a term. Let me see if I've got any more. So I actually have recycled down, uncrafted down to 10 of these, although I'm still swapping out a bunch. I think I swapped out my stuff in Eternity Isle and the Vale. It's also allowed me to downsize a lot. So let me see. I'm torn about getting rid of this large chest, but I think I will go ahead and uncraft it. I hate this resets. It's like I'm still here. Don't make me do that. I know it's nitpicky, but considering how much people get their panties in a wad over some of the stuff in like the various places where people discuss their frustrations for this game, me saying like minor things in a almost playful way, I feel like it's still okay. Like, I feel like it's still better than some people are mad about a lot of stuff, and that's fair and fine, but I'm also like, oh, I don't have the energy. All right, like scroll on like that. Let's see. I'm trying to recycle all of the chests and stuff I don't think I need to keep. But I think I'm actually caught up now. I mean, I still haven't gone through... I think I still will probably use some of these. Just because they're pretty, and I would like to have a wider variety. I keep going back to the idea that I wish I could reskin things. I know that we have, like, multiple colors of chests now, like the regular chests. But it would be nice to just be able to change the colors of the other chests, too. So it's nice to have at least another variety of chests. But let me see. I think I put some over here. Yeah. So they're very simple. My only complaint about them is that... Actually... Can I put... Let's see if I can put a couple down. So I have... Nope. Wearing clothing. So here's the large chest. And actually, I feel like the footprint is smaller. It looks like it's actually smaller than the other footprints, which is wonderful. I love it. But let's go ahead and do the word chest. And pull up the small version. I don't like the fact that they look the same. Unless there's something I'm missing. I really like the fact that the regular chests, the OG chests, if you will, look different. The larger they get like more like metal pieces on them. So these look very, very plain, but that's because it's the small one. And then the medium and large ones have like metal. I'm sure there's an official name for the metal bands that go around them. So that's kind of a bummer. And now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know if I have looked at the ones that came from the Aladdin update. If they look different from each other, you know? Like the small and... Still looking at clothes. Don't do that. See, I don't know if these actually look different than their small versions. Whatever. Well, if they do look the same, then the complaint stands for them, too. I thought it was a nice touch to have them look different, is all. This used to be 4 chests. Oh, that's right, because I just uncrafted a bunch of regular-sized chests. Okay. So I'm going to make the rounds for regular stuff, so that involves Scrooge's shop and all of the little stands. Oh, yeah, I forgot to do normal. How's everybody doing? I hope you're doing well. Hopefully things are going okay. Or as okay as they can be. Good lord, my child is all squeals tonight about whatever game he is playing. I'm assuming it's game related. But yes, I have not found a medium version of that chest yet. I'm just assuming there is one. And you can upgrade them, but it does cost Dreamlight, which I'm just like, nope. I'm just going to purchase things. You give me the option to purchase it, I'm going to purchase it. I will make all the money to purchase it. Well, and because I wasn't able to play, like, the first, I don't know, 4 or 5 days that the update for the Vale was out, I'm wondering if there's some stuff that I missed as far as Scrooge's shop purchasing. But theoretically, it should all come back around. This watering situation is still not fixed, which is why these pumpkins are not fully grown. Hopefully they'll get that fixed in whatever next update they have. I did swap these out. And the nice thing is, and the reason I didn't stop collecting the tea leaves, they count as a spice. So if you have more tea leaves than any other spice, they'll use them and they're just free. You just have to incorporate getting them every day. But I have, you know, almost 200 of each in here right now. And then chests that are full inside my house with them, so it's nice that they will function as a spice in any spice situation. In a recipe, you know? Oh, Lord. Do I want to start putting stone in here again? You know what? I could. Alright, so fish and flowers. Oh, and a s'more. Ooh. Oh, it's not done yet. I was like, ooh. 24 out of 25. Oh my gosh. So let's see. My decorating videos are, I'm up to the 9th floor. I'm still debating whether or not I want to like finish out the 10th floor and then maybe do some, at least an outside space to kind of dip my toe into outside decorating. I feel like I'm setting my, like, I'm overthinking it. I know I use that phrasing a lot, but like, I feel like I'm more worried about doing outside spaces than I should be. So there's part of me that's like, you should probably just do it because you're thinking about it too much. But then there's another part of me that's like, but I could just keep decorating inside the house and just be all comfortable with it. But yeah, it's nice to be on the 9th floor. And the 10th floor is only going to be 2 rooms to decorate. Yeah, see, I swapped out all of this stuff. All of the chests over here. Alright, let's go in here and see if there's anything exciting. And then we'll get to the Vale. So yeah, mostly what I've been doing is just gardening and working on that sizzle event in the mornings. Although I ended up needing to do some editing and stuff this morning, so I actually didn't get to play at all. But, you know, it was tempered by the fact that I knew I was going to get to play tonight. And I was going to get to do more than just, you know, pick pumpkins and, you know, basic stuff. So, alright. That's that. Now we can do this and go to the Vale. So I'm assuming I have to read the thing in my inventory first. I should probably see what the quest says. Oh, and I've been trapping snippets. I have a lot of them right now. Okay, so we're tracking. The Lord Keeper sent you a message explaining some disastrous development. Oh, so I just need to go talk to the Lord Keeper. Okay. Well, excellent. We'll do that then. I like her little feet sticking out of her dress as she flies. It's the little things in life you gotta cherish, you know? Lilith, you have no doubt noticed that something has changed around here. And I'm afraid it wasn't merely a desire to improve the decor. The magic of the Storybook Vale has changed the tapestry behind me. Oh, I had not seen that. The tale it now tells spells disaster. Okay, a lot's been going on. Remind me what happened here before, or the tapestry changing. What could it mean? Let's do the first one. Why, I invited you to the Storybook Vale to solve a little problem. The magic of the lands had gone all topsy-turvy, ink was spilling from the ground, the great stories became scattered as snippets escaped my pages. And I was certain the cause of it was the feud between Maleficent and Hades. But you earned yourself a place in legend and myth by bringing Maleficent and Hades back together. I didn't do it alone. I had help from Flynn and Merida, or it was exhausting. Ahem. You're welcome. I didn't do it alone. True. Every great hero must have great allies, but it's safe to say that you have been the protagonist of the story thus far. However, your heroism was all for naught. The Never After rages on. Maleficent has gone missing. And there's still no sign of Princess Aurora. The tapestry changing, what could it mean? This particular tapestry reflects whatever is happening in the Vale. Long ago, it reflected peace, order, and quiet, all the things a proper library needs. Then it reflected Maleficent and Hades, their strife and struggle. Now it reflects disaster. The Storybook Vale is falling apart. Uh-oh. Pardon me. I fear only you can put it back together. Why are you making noises at me? Oh, goody. Group chat. Yep, that sounds about right. Or really? Only me? Couldn't Flynn or Merida handle this one? Or I'll do whatever I have to do to save the Vale and protect my friends. That one. I have no doubt that you'll bear the burden of being the hero of this story. Well, bear the burden of being the hero of this story well, Lilith. Phrasing. And, if I may add, I'm certain you'll look exceptionally stylish while doing it. Okay. This seems bad. How do I fix it? No. I'm afraid what you see behind me is only a hint of what's to come. A sickness is sweeping over the Vale, afflicting the villagers. Somebody sick? Who? Or they should take a nap and drink lots of fluids. Or I get the feeling this is more than just a case of the sniffles. That one. You're quite right. Few things are ever so simple in the Storybook Vale. Villagers are starting to disappear, just as Maleficent did. Oh, shit. Okay. Why, I've noticed Merida, Flint, and Hades all starting to show the telltale signs. Yeah, I've seen them. What could be causing this, or how do I stop it, or I better not start disappearing next? What could be causing this? That I do not know, but I trust you can get to the bottom of this. I suggest you begin by speaking with Merida. She has the most advanced case. Do hurry, Lilith, before there's nothing left of her. Okay. Yeah, I hadn't even registered this changing. Interesting. Alright, where is Merida? Is she near her house? Nope, that would be too easy. Donde. Hello. I noticed it particularly with Merida just because I use her for snippet catching. She's usually the easiest for me to find. And yeah, they have this situation going on. This glowing letter situation. And looking translucent. Ah, Lilith, the Lord Keeper must have told you what's happening to me. It's like everything that makes me, well, me, is disappearing. I don't feel like I could hit a bullseye from a yard away. Forget about climbing the Crone's Tooth. We'll fix this together, or you're Merida, you can do anything. Or maybe take this as an opportunity, embrace laziness, do nothing. We'll fix this. If anyone can help me, I'm sure it's you. I just wish I knew what was wrong. Start at the beginning. Did anything happen to trigger it? Or have you noticed anything strange around lately? Start at the beginning. Well, now that you mention it, something strange did happen. It started when I saw this funny whirlwind in the bind. I guess I got too close to it because all of a sudden I started feeling odd. Ugh, there's no use yapping about it. Follow me, I'll show you. All right. Let's go then. Oh, I was turned around. I was like, wait, we're going the wrong direction. No, we're not. It's fine. Yeah, I haven't even really been scouring or collecting anything over here lately, so I don't know if the spawn rates are different than they used to be. It'd be nice, but I'm skeptical. And there's Flynn. He also looks like that. Hello. Okay. Oh. Yes, hi Aladdin. Hi Woody. Hi Mirabelle. To be fair, Woody and Mirabelle both live in the Vale now. Oh, hey Hades. What's up? What's up? Yes, and now there are shadow snippets. Oh, hello. Okay, I'm not going to get too close to that, since apparently it's might have triggered what happened to you. Look, there! It just started storming like that one day. Do you suppose it has something to do with me disappearing? It seems pretty likely, or it's gotta be, or maybe it's a whole different kind of weirdness. I mean, that's possible, but it seems pretty likely. I don't want to get too close again. Those winds are fierce. Whoa, Lilith, did you see that? At the heart of the storm, something's starting to come out of that barmy whirlwind. It isn't. It isn't. It couldn't be. It is. It's a snippet. A bunch of snippets. Quick, catch them before they get away. Oh, Lord. Okay. Oh, balls. Ah. Perspective. What the heck? Why are you so far above me? Okay. There. All right. Lord, that was more difficult than it should have been. Something mysterious and glittering came out of the whirlwind. Pick up the mysterious story page. All right. And talk to Merida. Yeah, take that. That's odd. You found this at the center of the whirlwind? Oh my, looking into it, I'm feeling sort of funny. Like turning into a bear kind of funny, or more funny than you were feeling already, or you're not going to be sick, are you? Should I get a bucket? More funny than you were feeling already? It's a different kind of funny. Looking at this reminds me of me. It must be connected to me somehow. It's... Oh, this is going to sound like rubbish, Lilith, but I think it's a part of me, a part of my story. I see my mom, and I see myself. I'm saying I'm sorry. I'm telling her that I want her back, that I love her. And then all of a sudden she's hugging me and holding me close. Brilliant. That was the day I realized our destinies are in our hands. I can't believe I nearly lost this. Wait, what's happening now? Oh, nice. Did you see that? The magic. It's part of me again. I feel back to my old self. Maybe it's the same thing that's happening to Flynn and Hades, too. Hurry and go check on Flynn. Don't tell him, but I'm starting to consider him a friend. Oh, and if you could catch those snippets flying around and restore my story to the Lore Keeper's pages, I'd certainly appreciate it. All right. Well, how about you come with me if I'm going to be catching snippets? Let's hang out. And perhaps I will also get a companion that is relevant. All of my snippet... Oh, they're not all leveled up yet. They're all level 4. Which one do I want to... The pink goes. And the purple kind of goes. And the white kind of goes. Not that it's like super critical. Well, let's do this owl because he's level 4. I kind of liked the purple owl too, but anyway, maybe we'll level you while we're at it. Catch more shadowy bird snippets and complete new stories in the Lore Keeper's pages. Winnie the Pooh. Let's go check that out. Hey, Hades, what's up? So that makes me think I should maybe do a little snippet catching. So that if they go around in normal areas, maybe we will catch them in the traps while we're running around. Yep. I am glad I took the time to get all of these lure traps upgraded way back, what, like 2 months ago, 3 months ago, whenever I was working on that in earnest. I'm glad I went ahead and did it. Although there was part of me that was like, really, you're gonna come out with new snippets? Of course. And I'll put those in there just for funsies. What does that say? Does it say anything? The Lore Keeper's tidy scrawl invites you to meet with her in the Library of Lore to discuss a disturbing development. Alright. So, let's go. Let's do our snippet catching. And then we'll go check out the Lore Keeper's stories. Oh, level 5. Look at that. I should probably switch to a different critter then. I don't know what, I've gotten that error a few times now, and I've tried to retry it, and nothing seems to come of it, so I'm just hitting cancel for now, because I don't know. Oh. Oh, that's not how I do that. Let's switch to a different companion. I don't know why I'm scrolling like that. We'll just pick the first dragon that doesn't have level 5. How about that? I'll pet you. Nice. Ah, the shadowy bird. Yeah, there's a shadowy demon snippet and a shadowy frog. Those are already in my spreadsheet, although my spreadsheet for resources still needs to be cleaned up, and so does the storage, to be honest. So those are still on my to-do list, but I haven't felt super motivated about it yet. Although now that I have these new chest options, I probably will prioritize it, because I was like, ooh, I should use these new chests to, you know, kind of give myself some more room, as well as, like, not have to use as much floor space for the chests. I hate how long you take to pick up stuff. Like, I kind of, well, I don't know. Like, it's a mixed bag, because I like it if they give me extras like that. But I also am just like, I just need to move on. Like, I don't have time to wait for you to pick up 20 snippets. I feel like the fishing one would probably be the best one. You know, because you're standing still. So I can see that being really useful, but I'm not doing... Fishing is one of those tasks I don't regularly make time for, so... Anyway. Probably not anything super exciting. A pallet bed. Okay. So I know this won't give me the new snippets right away, but I'm kind of hoping that if they are something that can be caught with the lure traps, by the time I'm done, like, talking to the lure keeper, maybe we'll get a couple. I'm wondering how many stories we get to. It's been a minute since I've done the puzzles because, well, I did them all really quickly. Oh, map. I suppose I could also run around and see if I can find any of the shadow snippets. And level 5. Fantastic. Excellent. Nice. Nice. 28,000 storybook magic. That's nice. What was I gonna do? Probably switch companions again. Pick it up. Thank you. You gonna double anything? No. That's alright. Did I already go here? All right. It's been a bit since I've heard that. So funny. I went there already. I don't need to go back there. Ooh, my knee is bothering me. What the hell? Oh, I'm glad tomorrow's Friday. As great as the class was last week, it's also been a bit since I've had to really, I don't know. I don't mind being around people, and I don't mind, like, interacting, and I don't mind all of that, but I feel like last week, at the end of it, really was a reminder that I am actually an introvert. Because I was just so wiped out from, like, being around strangers and not being in my own comfortable space that, you know, it wasn't even really until Wednesday that I was like, okay, I'm starting to feel like my normal self. Now, that could take a lot longer for someone else, maybe, but, like, I was just surprised at how long it actually took me to not feel just exhausted mentally and physically. So now see, for these I might go ahead and let the companion pick it up. Pick it up. See if I can get you to double it. Will you please? Can I convince you to pick this up? No? Really? That's annoying. Don't like that. Well, at least Merida doubled it. I'm not gonna talk to you yet, Flynn. I'm gonna check out the book. Yeah! I want to reorder stories. Look at that. Winnie the Pooh, Peter Pan, Lady and the Tramp, Snow White, Robin Hood, Alice in Wonderland, 101 Dalmatians, Coco, The Incredibles, and Inside Out. Okay. They all need tons. Look how many. I haven't even seen the count. I have 1,500 blue and red, or whatever this color, snippets. That's funny. All right. Oh, I could go ahead and do the Winnie the Pooh one, though, and then we can advance the quest, and I can worry about collecting the shadow snippets over time. Okay, let's do this one. And... that looks better. Ah. Nope. That's a giant thing of honey. So recently I was getting interested in potentially participating in some speed puzzling competitions, and there's one place that was doing it regularly in my city, And then there are other places that occasionally have them. So I was like, ooh, I'll go to the next one for the one that regularly does it. And they closed. They closed in June. And I was just like, man. The only problem with not being able to go out and do much is that when you finally are like, okay, I can go out and do something. Ooh, that looks really cool. And then because, you know, times are tough or, you know, whatever happens, people get old enough to want to close up shop or whatever. Miss out on things and that sucks. It's not the first time I've had something like that happen where it's like, that looks really fun. We might get to go there and sometime in the next 6 months. And then we finally get to go and it's closed. All right, Winnie the Pooh. But yes, I'd be interested to see. I've never done anything like that. I usually pick really, like, if I purchase puzzles, jigsaw puzzles for myself, I buy the ones that are the biggest pain in the ass because I want them to last a long time. Oh. Decorative honey pots. What? Let's add that to the spreadsheet. Okay. That's Dreamlight Valley stuff. Furniture. Well, some of the stuff that I wanted to do last week while I was out of town, like in the evening during my downtime, I didn't get done, which is fine. But one of the things I thought about doing was updating the categories for everything in my furniture menu. Like, I have things like the doors and the wallpapers and the flooring and windows and rugs and things like that. But, like, I don't have chairs. I don't have decorative stuff. Not that I really need that, but I was like, I had entertained thoughts of cleaning up my spreadsheets a bit and did not make it to that. I'm really glad I took my controller. I played Dinkum most of the time in my downtime. Not that I didn't really do that much, you know. I didn't really have a ton of downtime last week. But I am glad I brought it because it was nice to just escape a little bit when I did get to. So, now I need to talk to Flynn. Where's Flynn? He was here, but you know how that goes. Alright, let's go talk to Flynn. Sup, buddy? Lilith, do you notice anything funny about me? Yeah. I just really haven't felt like myself these past few days. What's wrong? I think you look kind of cool, or something is really wrong with Vale, or yeah, your nose looks unusually small. I was gonna say something about his nose doesn't look the same as it does in the pictures or something like that. And I'm glad there was a nose comment. Something is really wrong with Vale. Well, clearly, the only question is what? And what's it got to do with me? The Lord Keeper says that there's some sort of sickness sweeping over the Vale. You, Merida, Hades, you're being erased. Okay, I thought it had to be bad news, but that's horrible. How do we stop this? We need to find a missing piece of you, or we need to find a mysterious whirlwind, or we need to hunt some snippets. We need to find a missing piece. A missing piece of me? What part of me's missing? Arms, check. Legs, check. Devastatingly handsome face? Check. Yep, everything seems to be here. It's something deeper, Flynn. I helped Merida discover a part of her past, a part of her story that had been lost. Huh, now that you mention it, I do feel like there's something missing. I just don't know what. But how do we find something like that? Merida and I found a mysterious whirlwind in the bind. It was full of snippets and the missing piece of Merida. Then let's go before I get even one iota less charming and roguish. I say we start by searching ever after for a mysterious whirlwind. Alright. Alright, Flynn. Yeah. Aha! Eureka! So that's it. That's the whirlwind? What am I supposed to do? Walk up to it and reach in? It does sound fun. Or last time we just sort of stood here. Or, no, that sounds like a very, very bad idea. Last time. All right, I'm standing here, and nothing's happening. Whoa, I spoke too soon. Something's happening. Look, snippets are coming out of the whirlwind. Quick, catch them. Oh, crap. Frogs. Oh god, I can't get over there. Oh, it's a green one anyway. Fine. Nice. I was afraid with all this crap in here it was going to be a huge pain in the ass. Alright, pick up Flynn's moment. Oh. And actually, when you peer into this, you can faintly see Flynn tied to a chair and a blonde woman holding a frying pan. That's cute. That's your anchor moment. I do want to give this to you. Alright. Here you go, buddy. What's this? Aw, did you write me a letter? Whoa, okay, not a letter. When I look at it, I see something. It's something from your past, a part of your story. Or, what do you see, Flynn? What's inside? Or, this suspense is killing me here. What do you see, Flynn? I'm not sure. It's all cloudy. Hold it close. Don't look. Feel. Or maybe it needs a good scrubbing. Or maybe it's broken. It would make a good paperweight, though. It's a piece of paper. How does that make a good paperweight? Hold it close. Okay. Oh, I think I'm starting to get something. Oh, something is definitely happening. I'm tied to a chair. There's a blonde girl with a frying pan standing over me. I think could that be Rapunzel? Who else? Have you been tied to a chair and loomed over by a girl with a frying pan multiple times in your life? It must be Rapunzel, or it would make sense, or I didn't even look at it. Have you met multiple blondes with frying pans? Perfect. Because that was my first thought. It's like, who else would it be? No, that was a one-time thing. Then why would you... Sir. I did once have a run-in with a very sneezy castle guard, although he had a shield that looked like a frying pan. No. But that's a story for another day. Lilith, I think this thing holds the day I met Rapunzel. Wait, something else is happening. I feel different. Yeah. Huh, the page, it disappeared. And hey, I feel like myself again. Oh, and I'm not disappearing anymore. That's good, right? That moment with Rapunzel changed everything for me. It's true. I can't believe I almost lost it. Thanks, Lilith. Hey, you know you can call me Eugene if you want. I think we're at that place in our friendship. Thanks, Eugene. Or I'll stick with Flynn if that's okay with you. Thanks, Eugene. Now that I'm feeling better, maybe you ought to check in on Hades. He's a hothead under the best of circumstances. If he starts disappearing, yeah, I don't want to think about it. Maybe try catching some more of these new snippets and bringing them back to the lore keeper too. I love that they acknowledged the fact that he acted like there could have been more than one blonde holding a frying pan over him. That was hysterical. Excellent. Alright. Well, let's go see if I can do... What is it? Snow White. Wait. Oh, that was a thing in the ground. Okay. Snow White. I'm assuming that it's possible that I have already gotten... Ooh. Enough frog snippets. Kind of like I did with Winnie the Pooh, you know? And we got the shadowy frog. Chirp. All right, let's see what you got. Got Snow White? Ah, yes. Excellent. Ah. I like that there's a lot of these like little skinny shapes. Oh, for a second there I thought that was overlapped in a weird way. I was like, oh wait, is this in the wrong spot? But no. Because it does make it a little bit more challenging to have it be like these little skinny strips. Which is nice. Since these puzzles aren't super complicated. It's nice to have a little bit of a challenge in them. Ooh, my ear is itchy. Why? Cause weird. Cause it's weird. Cause bodies are weird. Alright. Oh, that's right, I have to hit a button. Ooh, what's that? Oh, is it the box for her heart? Ooh. Evil Queen's lockbox, yes. Let me see. Ooh, do I have Snow White listed? Evil Queen's lockbox. Snow White. I do have that listed already. Fantastic. Don't have to update that stuff yet. And Snow White. Okay. Now we need to go talk to Hades. Wherever the heck he went. Ah. Hello, sir. Did I go into the shop here in the Vale already? I don't know if I did that. Let me do that real quick. I don't think I did. I suspect I will not get anything new in here, but I don't want to forget. Ooh, ooh, a new door! It almost looks like it can go inside. It's cute even though it's clipping weird in this little, like, not demo. Somebody else pointed out another door that was available, so I know there is another door. It's like a, it looks like a door without an actual door, like a doorway. An arch kind of situation. Okay, in-game. So I'm looking forward to getting that. Okay, a light that I have, a light that I have, a door that I have, a bed that I have. goodness. What are the boys doing out there? Alright. Cool, I'm glad I went ahead and remembered to go in there, because otherwise I would have missed out on that door. We don't want that. And I like bit the inside of my cheek earlier, and now it's just really sore and tender. Alright, we're talking to Hades. He's probably not still hanging out here. He is not, because that would be easy. Too easy. Alright. Sir. Excuse me. What's up? Good, you're here. I'm not feeling so hot, Lilith, and for me, that's saying something. You're disappearing. Have you noticed? Or I think there's a cold going around or something. Or you look just fine to me. You're disappearing. Have you noticed? Haven't I noticed? I'm vanishing here, which, can I just say, is wrong. Whatever happened to Maleficent is happening to me, isn't it? Well, I'm not going out without a fight, unlike Miss Stay Off of my mountain mistress of all evil. How will you fight it? Or, sounds like you've got all this figured out. Good luck. Or, your #1 minion is at your service. Sounds like you've got all this figured out. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You're not getting out of helping me that easily. Unless you want to get demoted back to junior minion, you better figure this out. Yeesh. Okay, Mr. Grouchy Pants. Or, okay, I'll try to solve this. Or, sorry, sir, I'll try to be a better minion going forward. Okay. Now that's more like it. Okay, I think I know how to fix this. With Merida and Flynn, I found a strange whirlwind that somehow had held a piece of them. Something important that they were missing. Huh. Now that you mention it, I did see something like that in Mythopia. Follow me. I'll give you a hands-on demonstration. Alright, man. Okay. Go on the scenic route. It's fine. Oh, I see it over there. If I just go past you, will it matter? Come on, 80s. Alright. Ooh. Excuse me. Yeesh. See that thing? Nasty, right? Looks like Zeus is throwing one of his tantrums somewhere up there. Stay back. It's definitely dangerous. Or try throwing a fireball at it. Hey, you really need to get over this Zeus obsession. How about that one? Zeus obsession? Look, just because Mr. High and Mighty is a colossal jerk and I despise him doesn't mean I'm obsessed. Alright. I guess that's true. Or sure, if you say so. Or have you talked this inferiority complex over with somebody you trust? Sure. I am really not liking this attitude of yours. Whoa, hold on. Did you see that in the whirlwind? I think something's flying out of there. Looks like more of those annoying little demon snippets. Catch them, would ya? Oh, that's right. They zoom off. Come on, man. Did you pop out another one? Yes, you did. Alright. The Story Storm. Let's see what this one says. Because I didn't look at Merida's, although I'm assuming she described it, you know? When you peer into this, you can faintly see Hades being dragged into the Styx while Hercules looks on. I don't know if he's gonna like that. Huh? What is this thing? I see a charming, impressive, bitingly funny lord of the underworld. being dragged into the sticks. All because of that annoying Wonder Boy. See, I knew we wouldn't like it. Why are you showing me this? I do not need to be reminded. Maybe that was the beginning of your next big story. Revenge on Hercules. Or you may not like it, but it should help you get better. Or our big important moments aren't always our happiest ones. Valid. That's cute. Did you read that on a vase? I do feel weird. Whoa, what's happening? Yes, I'm back to my old self. I guess that moment with Hercules really was important. Ugh. You, Flynn, and Merida are all back to normal, for now. But I still don't feel any closer to fixing what's wrong with the Vale, or finding Maleficent and Aurora. Maybe you ought to talk to that tattered old book. As for me, well, the important thing is that I feel great. Good luck with the rest of it. You'll figure it out. I love how you expect me to just drop everything and help you, but you're like, see ya, bye. Good job, Hades. I mean, you expect it from him, right? So, we'll go down. Talk to the lore keeper. Have we caught any shadow ones? It does not look like it. This one would have had the most time. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Last more. Last more. Fantastic. Nice, nice, nice. A hiking backpack. That is clothing. Oh, wait. Did I? I did. Okay, I was like, wait a second. Okay, hiking backpack. And I'm guessing general, but... Okay, thank you. Do that, and we'll do this. General. Fantastic. You know what I should do? Is I should also do this and just see what it looks like. Back. Oh yeah, those are cute. Oh, look at them. They're so cool looking. I mean, I don't want to wear them, but like also, like not right now, you know? Like this look is definitely not the look. But I do like them quite a bit. I like that they move on their own. Very cool. All right. We will go ahead and do whatever those other wings. These ones. And then just to make sure I didn't screw up my glider. I totally did. There we go. All right. Talk to the lore keeper. Oh, we're getting glitchy again. Damn it. The Vale and its problems. Merida, Flint, and Hades are back to their old selves. Perhaps in Hades' case that's not ideal, but nevertheless, I fear they've all been afflicted with the same thing that happened to Maleficent. Okay, but where did Maleficent go? Or do we really need to find her? Yes, we are not that person. Where did she go? That's the problem. The story is lost to me. If only you could restore it to my pages. Wait, those new snippets that have started appearing, could they have anything to do with it? There's only one way to know for sure. Try to restore the magic to my pages and see what happens. Okay. Complete Maleficent's journey in the Lore Keeper's pages to discover what happened to Maleficent. Well, let me see. Show me. I just need 5 more of the bird ones. Okay, and I've got 4, so theoretically it should not take that long. As long as I can find one that's the right type. Oh, wait. I see you. Oh, you punk. I think it's interesting that they won't pick up the new ones. The companions. Like, why? Is it because they were... Well, it shouldn't matter that they were doubled by Merida, because that's the ones that come out of the lure traps too are doubled by Merida. Look through my pages, child, and see the stories. Yes, yes, yes. Let's check it out. Not sure the orientation on that just yet. That's that. Alright. Ooh! That means I really should take my break. Okay. I'm going to reorder this story, and then we'll take a break. Not sure about that one. Okay. That's not your corner, then. Okay, so it isn't... I thought it would be like a doorway, but it does not seem to be. Okay, that's a hand. That is huge. Okay, well, it's oriented the correct direction for it. Ah. Oh. Close enough, it says. Oh, that one's already placed. I forgot that it snapped where it needed to go. Alright. Close enough. Ah! Gimme, gimme! Thumping sound. Oh, I think my husband's getting ready to make some cinnamon rolls. He said the last time that he made some last week when I was out of town, he said they almost didn't have time to cool. They were eating them so fast. And I was like, well, they missed having an oven and fresh cinnamon rolls, so there you go. Ooh, what is that? Is that a motif? New furniture. Okay. Very nice, very nice. Straw and wood dragon dummy. Ooh, I want to see what that looks like. Straw and wood dragon dummy. Non-Disney. Okay. Hold on. Can I see what that looks like? Oh, I can't. Oh. Well, it's a decent size. Ah. I don't think it likes me putting stuff in here, so never mind. We won't do it in there, but it's pretty big. All right. Lilith, I remember now. It's all so clear. I know where Maleficent is gone. She disappeared to the unwritten realms. Then I guess I'll need to go there to find her. Or, ooh, sounds exciting. Or the what now? Sounds exciting. Why, yes, there is nothing quite like them. You see, the Unwritten Realms are a place deep beneath the heart of the Storybook Vale. They are where stories come from before they're written, and the place they return to once they're forgotten. How did Maleficent end up there? It's hard to say. Perhaps there was a misfiled application for her erasure? For such a large and important bureaucracy, the place can be quite disorganized, I'm afraid. Tell me more. The Unwritten Realms are a teeming bureaucracy run by magic quills. They're always recycling old ideas into new ones, but I'm afraid the management is a bit lax. I wonder if all of our problems amount to nothing more than a bit of bureaucratic mix-up. Wouldn't that be something? Wait a second. Who runs the Unwritten Realms? Why, they run themselves, of course. I suppose that I am sort of in charge of them, but I mostly stay hands-off. Or, I suppose pages off, in my case. So what should I do next? The way into the Unwritten Realms lies in this very room. Remember where you found the royal net? That same spot has a way of becoming a gateway to wherever one needs. Why don't you examine it and try to find your way forward? All right. That seems like a good breaking point. So let's go ahead and take a break. Get up, stretch, bathroom, drink, food, whatever you need. If you're still here when I get back, thank you so much for hanging out. If not, and you're so inclined, please don't forget to leave a thumbs up or subscribe or follow or whatever you may not have done yet. If you feel inclined for that, I feel like I'm repeating myself again. That's not abnormal, but if you're not here when I get back, I hope you have a lovely day, night, time, wherever you are, whenever you are, and I will be back in a few minutes. Right. Oh, I'm not grabbing your controller. Getting that habit with the dinkum stuff that I'm like, oh, controller. No, I don't need that. So, yeah. All right. Yeah. I don't think I have to do anything extra. I think we just go straight into trying to get this next puzzle done. So, all right. So we need to go here. Is it this? Yes. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Oh. All right. Which ring do you do then? You do that center ring. So we should probably line that one up first. Excuse me. Doesn't look right. All right. Ah. Awesome. Oh, it's a very big book. Okay. Kind of an interesting effect standing right there in the book, being like translucent and a part of it. Okay. Why does it look like a library, kind of? Ah! Oh, she's pissed. Alright. Not terribly surprising. Probably won't need that in here. Well, I might, but not right now. The waiting room. Okay, that's why it looks like that. Are there any green chests in here? I want this book as an object. Can I have that? This table. Okay, don't look at the objects. We're fine. Ooh, now serving. Okay. These petty, officious little fools. They have no idea whose wrath they're courting. I really ought to destroy this whole endeavor and turn this dungeon into their tombs. Wait silently. Maleficent, I'm here to rescue you. Or has anyone ever told you that you're a little extra? Has anyone ever told you? Extra? I haven't the faintest what you mean. But it sounds suspiciously like an insult. Actually, I don't mean it that way, but whatever. And all who insult me soon rue their unwise choice. I totally meant it as a compliment. I mean, really. Don't be so quick to threaten. Right now, you need my help. Or, let's just start over. Hello, Maleficent. I totally meant it as a compliment. Then choose your words more carefully. You didn't even know what I meant. We wouldn't want to have a misunderstanding, would we? Well, okay. You look familiar. Ah, you're that brave fool who trespassed in my castle and lived to tell about it. For a moment, I thought you were another of those irritating magic quills. What is this place? How did you get here? It pains me to say I don't know the answer to either question. This horrid place feels like some sort of dungeon created merely to vex me. When I arrived, one of those irksome magic quills floated over and informed me that I've been filed away to be erased. Can you imagine? Me? Erased? I can't imagine that, honestly. This all seems like a bureaucratic blunder, or I'm surprised you didn't burn this place to the ground. That one. I most certainly tried. When I protested, when I refused to go quietly to be erased, the quill asked me to take a number for service. I've been waiting in this blasted place ever since. And I wait for no one. What are those magic quill things? My tormentors, it would seem. It's impossible to get a direct answer from any of them. They blather on about filling out Section 4C of Form 2A. It's some infernal language I'm unfamiliar with. That's the language of bureaucracy. Or this place needs new management. Everything is so inefficient. I mean, that's probably true, but we'll just say it's the language of bureaucracy. Whatever it is, it's beyond tedious. I'm tired of dealing with those fools. They practically make my goons look competent. Why can't you just magic your way out of here? You think I haven't tried? The moment I... Lord, woman. The moment I arrived, I tried to burn this place to cinders, but nothing happened. Must be the magic down here. It's blocking yours. Or maybe your magic is leaving you because you're being erased. Or, so what you're saying is you're helpless to do anything if I insult you. Insult you. I don't think I want to do that. Must be the magic down here. I'm certain of it. There's sorcery in the air here, of a kind I've never encountered before. Every time I attempt magic, the atmosphere pushes back. It's curious. Tell me what you need me to do. It's simple. These imbeciles won't listen to reason or threats. Talk to the magic quills before I leave them in cinders. You just said you can't do that. Hey, what number did you get? Because they're serving number 1. Hello. Welcome to the Unwritten Realms. Salutations. We in the Erasure Department are experiencing a higher than normal volume of service complaints. Kindly take a number. A quill will assist you at the designated time. Okay, give me a number. Or, I'm the ruler of Dreamlight Valley. Can't you make an exception? Or, this is ridiculous. Nobody else is here. Just help me. Okay, give me a number. Your number is 1,400,113. That's some bullshit. Estimated wait time, 5 eons. Is that a long time? Or 5 eons? That can't be right. Or I'd like to speak to your manager. 5 eons? That can't be right. If you would like an adjusted estimate, please fill out Form D703. Estimated processing time, 100 million years. I don't want that. Just 5 eons is starting to sound okay now. I don't want that. Due to our extended exchange, the wait time has now increased to 5.5 eons. Kindly relax in the waiting room while you wait to be processed. You've been issued a number and told to wait for service. Wait 5 billion years for your number to be called, or talk to Maleficent and find another solution. Can I sit and wait? Oh, I can't even sit. That's some bullshit, too. You can sit, but you can't sit. Those quills are ridiculous creatures. Imagine asking me to wait for 2 eons. The indignity. Or maybe there's a way to trick them into serving us sooner. Or they should at least put some reading material out or something. Or only 2 eons? You got lucky. I need to wait 5. Maybe there's a way to trick them. That's not a completely foolish idea. But how would it be done? Maybe I could mess with a number counter so our number comes up earlier. Yes, those creatures do seem feather-brained enough to fall for that. Perhaps you could use my ticket to speed things along. That might just work. Where's your ticket? Oh. I tore it up in a fit of rage. Why can't anything ever be simple? Or I'm on it. I won't let you down. Or have you ever thought about getting a pillow to scream into? I'm just imagining Maleficent like getting mad and then grabbing a pillow and just into it. Why can't anything ever be simple? You've proved to be clever before. I'm sure you can find the pieces of my ticket scattered about. Then you can change the number counter to match it. Search for all of the pieces. Only 3 pieces? Well, that's fine. Don't mind me. Oh. If you would like to fill a complaint regarding our service, please fill out Form Z367. You can obtain said form by visiting Sector 37 and submitting a request. Please anticipate a wait time of 2 billion years. I actually wasn't trying to talk to you. I was trying to pick up... I was trying to... pick up that thing. Alright. Change the numbers on the now serving board to match Maleficent's ticket. 9,375. Bring Maleficent's tickets to the magic well. Okay. Now serving 9,375. This ticket appears to be ripped. Normally, I would ask you to file form Y178 to receive a replacement ticket. Okay, give me the forms. I find paperwork soothing, or you're kidding me. Just the ellipsis right here. However, as the number is readable, I will make an exception in your case under statute I35. Please state your business. I have an inquiry about Maleficent. Why is she being erased? Allow me just a moment to pull up her file. Yes, there we are. Character, Maleficent. Designation, felon. Status, subject has been filed for erasure. But why? Special request form LK32 was filed by Redacted. Submitting character, Maleficent for express erasure. So someone asked for Maleficent to be erased? Who? Or who's redacted? I've never met anybody called that. Who? I am not at liberty to answer regarding the name of this filer. Form LK32 was submitted requesting the filer's name be redacted. If you would like to submit a request for review, kindly fill out... forget it. Erasure? What does that even mean? During erasure, the anchor moments from a character story will be disposed of. Without them, the character will cease to exist. That's horrible, or so Maleficent will be erased forever? But why? But why? In order to create and process new ideas, old ones must be periodically discarded. Why is it letting me do the erasure? What does that even mean? I'm going to do it again just to see. Okay. It's interesting that it let me repeat it. I feel like that's not supposed to happen. I'm going to say that's horrible. I have no personal opinion on the erasure procedure. I simply work here. How do I stop it? If you believe the erasure request for character Maleficent was filed in error, you may submit a form Y87 to request a review. Expected processing time, 12 eons. 12 eons? How long have I got before Maleficent is erased? Allow me to pull up the schedule. You have approximately 1 hour. Of course, that happens super fast. The process is already underway. The anchor moments from character Maleficent's story are already in the process of being erased. There has to be a faster way, or I guess it's hopeless then. I'll go tell Maleficent. Or, listen, you annoying little feather, you better help me. There has to be a faster way. The review process could be expedited if you visited the review floor directly. Just head up the stairs to my left. And do hurry. The process of erasure is quite difficult to stop once it's underway. Alright. Are those croissants? I would like a croissant. Look at all this snacks and drinks and stuff. Y'all are set up. People are working hard up here. Alright. Lots of paperwork. All those forms, right? Welcome to the review floor. How may I assist you? It's about Maleficent. You need to stop erasing her. Now. Or I have an erasure review request. Or if you ask me to fill out a form and wait a bajillion years, I will snap. I have an erasure review request. An erasure review request? Oh dear. Character Maleficent's anchor moment has already been sent to the processing room. To retrieve it, you could venture inside the processing room. You would simply have to hit the wheel near me with your royal net to summon the portal. But that would be most dangerous. Kindly refrain. I mean, you just told me exactly how to do that, so I'm gonna do that. Venture through the portal into the processing room to find Maleficent's first anchor moment. Okay. Solve the puzzles to find Maleficent's first anchor moment. Alright, we got lots of weapons and stuff. Alright, things on the floor. else was watering, right? Okay. You are upside down, but I'm going to leave you alone for a second while I investigate. Just open this? Okay. I don't see anything around the door besides lighting. Okay, so we've got this oriented like that. All right. Missing a piece. Is it... I can't remember how we did these before. No? Okay. Is it this? No. Is it this? Okay. And this... Oh. Interesting. Okay, well, I'm going to switch it to this because it's the closest. All right. The dragon's heads have gone askew. You'll need to fix them to pass through. Yeah, I was wondering if that was what that would be. Do we bash that? No. Okay. All right, well, let's go ahead and go through here. More than one. Okay. Oh, you tricksy vixen. Okay. Let's go ahead and interact with you. Now, am I assuming turning you all the way to facing this way is correct? I'm gonna leave you like that for now. See if I make you both upright, if that'll help. Now I was almost expecting the like in Zelda. I'm doing a horrible imitation of it. Oh, okay. What are the ones with the eye, or with the eye patch? Okay, so this isn't open. So the dragon at the top and the bottom. Which means this one may not be right if the eye patch situation is not available. Alright. So that's a skull at the top and a dragon at the bottom. Do that first. And that's a dragon in the middle. On the... wait. Underneath that, okay. Okay, but... Oh, hello. And this one is also a dragon in the middle. Missing whatever this is, though. Skull. Ah, lower right is this. Okay. I was like, wait a second. Is that correct? Because it's not doing anything for me. I'm wondering what the eye patch thingies are representing. Because everything else is filled in that makes sense to me. Oh, hello. Maybe this will give me a clue. Bubbles. Who are you? Centerpiece. This has got to be the centerpiece, right? Centerpiece. Okay, that was the missing piece. All right. Go. But what goes there? Nothing in that one. The other one is a eye patch thing. So that's a question mark in the middle. Where was the one that came up? It's this one. Nope. Ah, okay. I was like, if I can't figure it out, I'll start flipping it and see what happens, you know? Yeah, there it is. All right. Good, good, good. What the... Gimme. Oh. What does it say? When you peer into this, you can faintly see Maleficent surrounded by people casting some sort of curse. Well, and if it's the moment where she curses Aurora and her bassinet, you know, at her party. Do I not go in here? Apparently not. It just looks ominous. All right. Well, let's go this way then. It's nice to have that sizzle event done, though, I tell you what. I wasn't stressed about it, but it is one of those things where it's like, I would like to just check those things off my list. Like completing the star path. It wasn't stressful, but at the same time, it was like, okay, it's nice to be done with that. Good for me. I don't have to think about that anymore. All right, here you go. Be nice to get her out of here tonight. I don't know if I have enough time for that, but we'll see. What is this? Some sort of enchanted piece of paper? It's a piece of you, Maleficent, or it holds an important moment of from your life. Or just look at it already. Tell me what you see. It's a piece of you. A piece of me? Oh, how curious. I see the moment that I bestowed my gift upon Aurora. It was so simple, so ingenious. One prick from a spinning wheel before the sun set on her 16th birthday. That does have a malevolent elegance to it, or that sounds pretty evil, or it's an important part of your story. And Aurora's, that one. Yes, the two of us, forever intertwined, regardless of will, like a rose and its thorns. My, that's strange. Something's happening. The magic of the page, why, it's giving me strength. You're welcome. That's better. Ah, yes. I can feel the curse's power over me waning. But I'm not free of it yet. The quills told me there are 2 other anchor moments still being processed. Then you know what must be done. Go and find them. I will do that. Okay. Skip you. Go this way. Hello? Anything interesting up here? A book. I'm gonna read that. Due to the volume of complaints about wait time, we have made the following changes to furniture and staffing. We have added 12 additional seats on top of the existing 32 seats already present in the waiting room. We have employed 2 additional quills to support the 2 quills already on duty. Signed, Review Floor 2 Management. All right. Hello. I need to get inside the processing room to stop Maleficent from being erased. Let me through. That's quite impossible. The conveyor system is jammed. How do I get it unjammed? Or nothing is impossible for me. Or I guess it's hopeless then. How do I get it unjammed? An excellent question. The conveyor could be restarted, but only a supervisor has that authority. Where can I find a supervisor? I'm a supervisor. Let's do this. Do you think they'll buy my bullshit? I'm a supervisor. You do not resemble any supervisor I have seen. Perhaps you can answer some verification questions regarding the unwritten realms to confirm your identity. Well, let's take a gander. Okay, what are the questions? How many seats are in the waiting room? 44, right? Yes, very interesting. How many magic quills are currently on duty in the unwritten realms, including myself? 4? A most illuminating answer. And finally, which floor of the reviews and processing department are we on right now? Floor 2. Thank you for your prompt reply. You have exhibited sufficient knowledge to confirm your identity. Perfect. Glad I read that book before we did this. This wheel allows you to restart the will allow you to restart the assembly line. Fantastic. I am definitely one of those people where it's like, hey, go forward. And I immediately turn around and try and go behind me because I'm always like, what's hidden over here? And sometimes it pays off. Figure out how to unblock the conveyor by spinning the wheels with your royal net. Okay. Oh. Oh, crap. Okay. Well. Oh, well, that worked out really well. Good for me. Alrighty. Don't you just love it when you're just like, I'm gonna take a guess, and it works out? It's amazing. And then there are other times where you're like sitting there doing it over and over again, trying to figure it out, and it's just being stubborn as hell. And your brain just won't give you, like, the connections you need. Been in both of those positions. Is this a dig or is this a mine? It's a dig. Oh, perfect. Good for you, little buddy. Now, I'm going to switch you for somebody else. Probably go ahead and stick with Vale companions, just in case I encounter more snippet issues. Not that it was doing me a whole bunch of good, but just in case, you know. Alright, solve the puzzle to find Maleficent's second anchor moment in processing room B. Alright. Alright, what do you say? Raise high the fingertip and the spinning wheel, and a path forward shall reveal. I feel like I missed a word in that sentence, but whatever. Okay. I've got a finger and a spinning wheel. So, we interact with you guys. There's a bunch of you around. Okay, let's take a peek. There's also a green box over here, so maybe we'll get something cool. Yeah. Please do this. Alright. Oh, I can't actually go that way. Okay, what? Is it this? No. Well, let's do this. I don't know what I just picked up. Was there something? I can't remember how we dealt with these. There we go. Okay, I raised that. Was it just raising them up? Is that what that said? I read it, but I don't remember it now. It wasn't even that long ago. Good for me. Alright. Excuse me. I'm assuming that won't do anything. Oh, hey look. Stairs. Maybe I should go down here. Okay. You know, I don't mind getting these resources, though, since I haven't been doing a lot of gathering stuff in the Vale. It's nice to just be like, and here, take these while you're at it. Anything exciting? Oh, I got that for finishing the companion thing. Fine. It's fine. Well, and I started swapping out some of my storage inside my house for, like, stone and softwood with the new chests. Eventually, I'll do all of it, but softwood and stone, after recycling, I was like, I need the space. I need the storage for it, so. It's the watering can. Okay. Oh. I ran out of stamina to glide around. It's not acceptable. Thanks. Wonderful. I do like these little puzzles, though. It's just nice to have it. I mean, it's not the main thrust of the game, so I don't expect it too often, but it is nice to get it. When you peer into this, you can faintly see Maleficent luring Princess Aurora closer to a spinning wheel. Okay. I do wonder who tried to have her erased, though. I wonder if we'll get to find out. Alright. Back to Maleficent we go. Excuse me. Oh, this was a different route. Okay. I was like, wait a second. What happened? Hello. Here you go. Check it out. Ah, you've managed to rescue the second one. Give it to me. I wonder which moment from my life these fools saw fit to steal and destroy forever. Maybe it's a happy moment, like enjoying some ice cream. Maybe it's a sad moment, you ever have a rough breakup, or maybe it's a boring normal moment, like doing your laundry. Maybe it's a happy moment. Lilith, I've had precious few moments of pure happiness. How could I when I'm surrounded by fools?
I really feel
Well, it's good that you're not being overly dramatic about things. Okay, no simple confection could bring me joy. But this does hold something bittersweet. It's the moment that I lured Aurora to the spinning wheel. It was my moment of greatest triumph, and the moment that sealed my fate. How is one to feel about a memory like that? You should watch Inside Out. You can learn that growing up means you get more complex feelings. How should I look upon the day that I achieved my vengeance over the entire royal family? Hold on to how you felt in the moment. Villainy can be so sweet. Or learn a lesson from it. Don't sacrifice everything over petty revenge. Or ever think of apologizing to Aurora? I mean, I could say that, but I feel like she wouldn't take it well. I'm going to say learn a lesson. Oh, I most certainly learned something. Leave no loose ends. I don't know if that's the lesson. I ought to have sent Prince Philip off to an eternal slumber just as I did Aurora. What's this? Oh, the magic of this place has begun to work. Okay. I'm almost restored to my full power. I'm not sure whether to celebrate or be very frightened, or you're welcome, or you're flourishing, and I just want to say I love that for you. You're welcome. I will reserve my gratitude until the task is complete. For now, while it remains unfinished, be thankful that you do not face my wrath. Right, you still got one anchor moment I need to find. I'll be back in a jiffy. All right. I knew she wasn't going to be like, oh, and thanks. That's so awesome of you to help me out. Hey, you. What's up? Anything else over here? Nope. All right. Anticipated wait time for service, 3 eons. Whatever, man. I don't got time for your shenanigans. Uh-oh, that didn't work. Talk to the magic quill near the void on the 2nd floor. Did I just toss it into a... Okay. Yeah. I'm here to stop you from erasing Maleficent. Oh dear. I'm afraid that the end of Maleficent's story has already been cast into the void for total erasure. Can you pretty please get it out? Or there's got to be some way to save it, or... I'm about to lose it! There's got to be some way to save it. It is not completely impossible, merely extremely irritating and time-consuming. Well, that's fine. Get on it. Retrieving part of a story once it's already in the void is quite a protracted process. I would need form C47-B to be filled out. It's hundreds of pages. Of course, then it would require the sign-off of all 755 supervisors across the various departments. Oh, forget it. I'll just do it myself. I suppose a strong rope cast into the void might do the trick. I was wondering if it was going to be that. But that would be so efficient and so quick. Wouldn't hundreds of hours of paperwork be so much more exciting? I don't think you can sell me on that, buddy. All right. Et voila. All right. Venture into the processing room to find Maleficent's 3rd anchor moment. Will do. All right. Let's see what you got. Alright, what do you say? Clear the brave knight's path to help him meet the dragon's wrath. Okay. So, what do we have here? We've got slidey things. Looks like. And, alright. Well, let's see what it does. Move, please. Hadouken. I'm glad that wasn't a one and done thing in the Alice realm. Alright. Go get it. More slidey stuff. Okay. You look like you might be too wide for that. But we shall see. Oh, excuse me, sir. You. Fantastic. Alright. Next. Ooh, Lordy B. Look at all that crap. Okay, so you guys are going up and down there. You need to come over here. Okay. What? Oh, you won't go that way now? That doesn't seem right. Will it actually go in between those? Oh, it will. Okay. I was thinking I would have to, like, butt it up against the other one just to make room, but apparently that was not the answer. It would have worked. If it would let me. I was expecting it to be a little bit more complicated than just shoving them all the way to their respective ends. But that's alright. We will work within the constraints of the puzzle. Because we don't have another choice. Alright. Gimme, gimme, gimme. What is it? A coin. Ooh, well, sure, I'll take that. Points is points. We'll take it. Begone. Okay. Ah, the thorns. Is this where she turns into a dragon? Is that what it is? Freaking awesome. When you peer into this, you can faintly see a brave prince clutching a sword and fending off a fire-breathing dragon. Yeah. Freaking cool. One of the quills has a message for you. And be like, hey, you BS'd your way through this whole area. I guess. And you fell for it. It's not my fault. Ah, are you subject Lilith? Category protagonist? Yes, that's me. Or I've never thought of myself as a protagonist before. I like that. Or I wish I were an antagonist. Antagonists are more fun. I've never thought of myself as a protagonist before. Driving the plot forward, solving problems. All my files indicate you are a protagonist. What the? Oh. I have a message for you pertaining to the erasure of character Maleficent. Relaying the message. Lilith, it's the lore keeper. I have a vitally important message for you. Don't get the pages. Wouldn't that be funny? According to my research, the curse of all the problems across the Vale is Maleficent. Maleficent can't be the problem. This makes no sense. Or I guess Maleficent being the problem makes sense. Or, okay, now I'm confused. That one. I apologize. The Lord Keeper has more to relay. There's only one way to save the Vale, Lilith. You must cast Maleficent's anchor moment into the void and allow her to be erased forever. What did I say? The pages were the problem? Maleficent is simply too villainous, too powerful. Dreamlight Valley was never meant to contain someone like her. I know I can depend on you. You are the hero of this story. Stop Maleficent. I don't think that's the answer. End of message. I didn't need another villain hanging around anyway, or I need to talk to Maleficent about this, or I don't know what to do. I need to talk to Maleficent about this. I strongly advise against that. Character Maleficent is known to be exceptionally clever and cruel. But if you must, talk to Maleficent to get this confusion sorted out. Considering how douchey Jafar was, like, we can handle Maleficent. Just tell her not to be a giant bitch and she'll be fine. She can live. You better check yourself or I will chuck you into the void, woman. Alright, finally, someone who isn't an utter fool. Have you found the final moment they stole from me? I'll take it now. I'm afraid we have just a tiny little wrinkle, or the lore keeper told me you're the cause of all the problems. You need to be erased. A tiny wrinkle. And what might that be? The lore keeper told me you're the cause of all the problems. You need to be erased. See, we told her that anyway. How absurd. That tattered tome has no idea what she's talking about or who she's challenging. I shall tear every last yellowed page from her cracked spine, one by one. Now, see, that is part of the problem. This has to all be a big mistake. Or, hey now, damaging books is not cool. As a library professional, can attest to that. You're not exactly proving her wrong right now. That one. You expected that I would simply smile and accept my fate? You of all... I didn't say that I was going to chuck you into the void, woman. God, she infers so much, or assumes a lot. You of all mortals know that I am more than just some petty villain. You've seen me scorned and betrayed. You've seen me at my moment of greatest triumph, and in your hands, I'm certain my fate can be changed. Fate can be changed. Where have I heard that? Don't do that foul book's biddings. She's lying. Something's not right. I won't erase you. Here, take your last anchor moment back. Or, I'm sorry, Maleficent. The lore keeper says you need to be erased. Or, I don't know. I'm not good at high stakes decisions. Honestly, here, take it. You have not failed me, Lilith. Only you would not fall for a lie about me.
You have my thanks.
I'm not saying I trust you. I'm saying that you deserve a chance. Ah, this page contains the day that Philip raised his sword against me. My fate was nothing but foul luck. Had that insipid Flora not interfered, I'd have struck him down. I definitely wouldn't want to go up against you as a dragon, or you keep telling yourself that. Or can you turn into a dragon and offer rides to people in the valley? I'm not saying I have a fantasy about that or anything. I definitely wouldn't want to go up against you as a dragon. Then you are less a fool than Philip, at least. Well, it seems the magic of this page is beginning to take hold. At last, I have my full power once again. Now we have business to attend to. Shall we pay a visit to the lore keeper? Excuse me. Excuse me. Just because you're all pissy about it does not mean that you get to just wreak havoc. Uh-oh. Don't lock up. Don't do it. We are right here. Come on now. Ah! Okay. I was like, come on! Alright, talk to the lore keeper. She's gonna be pissy with me, though. I like this effect of just standing at the book. And it's like on the other side of it. That's a cool look. I wish we could get rid of the word enter. Just because it looks cool. Alright. Oh, I guess I was on the correct side already. All right. Yeah, hi. Hey, what's up? You know that thing you asked me to do? I didn't do it. Lilith, what have you done? Maleficent still walks the Vale. This is a grave danger to all of us. She didn't give me much of a choice. No. I can't just erase someone with no evidence or... Nah, Maleficent and I are BFFs now. I can't just erase someone with no evidence. You're much too trusting of all these villains, Lilith. I wouldn't chalk it up to trusting. Alas, there's no use crying over spilled ink now. In any case, I've uncovered more. Maleficent was but one nasty part of the problem. She was not the sole cause. I had my suspicions before. Now I'm certain of it. I'm kind of hoping they say Aurora is also part of the problem, but I don't know. The cause of all the problems across the Vale is you. Oh, interesting. Twist. I was kind of hoping, like, because Aurora and Maleficent are kind of intertwined, like, that first story page was like their fates were intertwined. I was like, maybe it's like the light and dark, you know, kind of sides of the problem. I don't know. But interesting that it's me. Hi, it's me. I'm the problem. What do you mean? Or excuse me? I'm not a problem. Well, with that attitude, you might be. Hi, it's me. I'm the problem. Or I kind of want to say that, but what do you mean? Allow me to explain. Your presence in Dreamlight Valley, it's causing the never after. There are stories and characters here in the valley that were never meant to be together. I fear it's all becoming unraveled. That can't be. I want to help the valley, not hurt it, or something funny is going on here, or maybe I never should have come back. Something funny is going on here. Huh? Oh, no. This is no comedy, but a tragedy. Oh, she's literal. All right. We may have no choice. To save Dreamlight Valley, you may have to leave it forever. Never. Or there has to be another way. Or I'll do whatever I have to do to protect this place. There has to be another way. I must do some research. We may yet stop the worst of all this. In the meantime, perhaps you should check in on Maleficent and ensure she's not causing any trouble. I was kind of hoping we'd get... Ooh! Okay. I'm excited. I'm kind of hoping we can get Aurora done, like, unlocked today, too, but I don't know if we'll be able to do that, because we're already at 10 o'clock. I did start a bit late, so I still technically have about 15 minutes, so we'll see what we can get done. Magnificent. All right. Oh, please don't be glitchy tonight. Please don't. All others are bound to disappoint you. Well, it's good that we don't have any, like, toxic behavior based on past trauma that we're dealing with, Maleficent. All right. At last, I was beginning to lose hope of ever escaping that wretched place. You spoke to the lore keeper? What did she have to say for herself? She told me I'm the cause of all the problems happening in the Vale. How interesting. That musty manual reminds me of those meddling good fairies. Of course, she's trying to blame you. She doesn't understand you. She fears your power. Do not trust another word she utters, Lilith. The lore keeper is hiding something. I know it. Or I don't know who or what to believe anymore. Or the lore keeper is my friend. I trust her. That one. Then you are just as foolish as the rest of the rabble here. Blah, blah, blah. Don't say that I didn't warn you and she leads you to your doom. If only I could find Princess Aurora, maybe she knows the truth. Don't look at me. When I last saw Aurora, she was with Flynn Rider. Perhaps he knows the truth about what happened to her. I'll leave it to you to deal with that vexing little problem. In the meantime, I have a kingdom to watch over. I only hope Hades hasn't made a complete travesty of it all. So I'm guessing her house is the beanstalk castle thing. All right, so the missing princess. All right, let's see, what do we got? Collection, characters, booyah. There she is in all her glory. What do you have for me? Ooh, I like that wallpaper. Ooh, and that chandelier. I like the chair. I already want to put that chair in the office that I made. I already want to put that in there. Ooh, that's a pretty dress. Still saying that they're only doing, like, I love the characters that give us a suit and a dress as the final. Like, I really like that. As much as I don't make a male character in this, I keep seeing people complaining about the lack of male clothing, and it's just like every time another character comes along and there's only the dress, I'm like, oh no. Come on, guys. Like, there should be some more masculine options. I actually like putting my character in suits as well. It's not just a male female thing, or, you know, masculine feminine. I like wearing suits just as much as the dresses. Some of the suits I actually like better than I like the dress. Anyway, or maybe it's like the mood I'm in. Fun fact, I wore a tuxedo to my senior prom. I looked great. I thought I was fat. I was not. I was young and dumb, because that's what we are when we're like 17. But is that my senior prom? That was my senior prom. My junior prom, I wore this big obnoxious blue, like, ball gown type thing because I was able to borrow it from a friend from, like, the theater kid. So they had a whole bunch of fun stuff for, like, costumes and stuff. So it was this big floofy blue thing. And my boyfriend at the time was over 6 feet tall, and I am 4'10". So we were quite comical together, honestly. He wore a white tux, and I was in this big blue floofy gown. I had a great time dressing up in it, though. I thought that was fun. But, yeah. Anyway, side note. Talking about suits. I still have my tux, but I certainly cannot fit it now. I'm over 20 years later. I had to purchase it because they wouldn't rent me a tux because I am short and I am very curvy. And so we actually had to tailor the tux to fit me. And they were like, you can't rent that and give it back to us after it's been tailored, because we won't be able to rent it to anybody else after it's been tailored to fit your body. And I was like, okay. I don't think it was like crazy expensive or anything, but, you know, couldn't rent it because it wasn't originally meant to go on a curvy body. I mean, I'm sure if the tailoring could have been reversed, but we really needed to, like, have it taken in and stuff. Okay, I need to find Flynn. Got distracted by talking about my tuxedo. It didn't have tails, though. It wasn't that fancy. I mean, it was a senior prom in high school. All right, Flynn. I should probably track you just so I don't get myself turned around. Hello, sir.
Hi.
Hi. Hi there, Lilith. I hear Aurora is still missing. If you need any help looking for her, let me know. I do need some help, or you're in luck, my friend, or time to be the hero who saves the day. That one. What can I do? You're the last person who saw Aurora. Do you know anything at all, about where she might be or what she was planning? You know, now that I've got my memories back, I do remember something. Before Aurora disappeared, she gave me some pages from her diary. She said they were important, and she was worried about losing them. She must have trusted you a lot, or, phew, it's a good thing she gave them to you to keep safe, or did she write Aurora plus Philip in little hearts all over the margins? I mean, isn't Aurora supposed to be like 16 or something? She must have trusted you a lot. Yay! Yeah, I guess she did. I just wish I'd done a better job of looking after those pages. Dude, really? You had your own problems, big bad wolfy problems. That's true. Flynn, you lost part of Aurora's diary? I mean, I kind of want to do, like, the middle ground. Like, I understand that you were wolfy, but also, dude. You lost part of Aurora's diary. I'm going to chastise him a bit. No, hold on. I didn't lose them. You know how I buried all that stuff when I was a wolf? You buried paper? That's just... Well, I did the same thing with Aurora's diary. So if we want to find Aurora's diary pages, we're going to need to think like a wolf, or where would a wolf hide a page of a prince's diary? Or, where? Well, I've been thinking about it, and I can almost remember 3 places I hid something. Almost remember. The first one was near a waterfall on the west side of the bind. The second was near a beanstalk root by Maleficent's castle, and the last one is by some water in the Elysian fields. I'll go see if I can dig anything up. Ugh, just thinking about the moisture in the ground with paper, like, meh. Hopefully it's really good paper. Alright. Buy some water in the Elysian fields, which is down here. Okay. There isn't a ton of water down here. Okay, I do not see shadow snippets trapped in the lure traps. Now, I wonder if it's going to be kind of a rare thing. Like those, the green ones that are there, they're more rare than the pink ones. So maybe they'll still return some shadow ones. I will find out. Probably, you know, in the downtime when I'm doing like regular maintenance type stuff before work. Okay, we're digging. So I need a shovel. And then need to find a dig spot. Well, that wasn't it. I'm assuming... Aha! Eureka! My aunts tell me that I can't trust, but how could she possibly? The rest of the journal page is too chewed up to read. All right, near a beanstalk root by Maleficent's castle. So I'm assuming that Maleficent lives here. Now, why doesn't that exist in... Why doesn't that exist in Eternity Isle? This little castle icon? Or have I just been missing it for ages? I guess that's possible. That I've just been like completely overlooking it. But I remember for the long... Before I knew I could just use T to travel, I was like, it'd be so nice to have that. And then this isn't going to be it. But we'll do it anyway. Oh, I hate the fact that we're getting a little laggy here. That sucks balls. Ooh. Oh, those are just layered. I was like, oh, it's blue and white. It must be a thing. No, it's just a layered situation. That's not what I'm looking for. Okay, so the root. Is it here? Ah. Stop being laggy, please. My aunt and I have come up with a plan. We'll agree to, and if we discover that, the rest of the journal is too chewed up to read. Is this going to be the last page? No, I'm still missing another page from her. 2 pages. Beyond the ones we're digging up right now. Alright. On the west side, near a waterfall. We look. A dig spot. If I can just overcome the lag. Okay, I keep walking forward and then she doesn't move, and then she did that. Ugh. Give me my access to my dig spot. Quick, before it goes away. Alright. The lore keeper says I must venture inside the pages of. Only there will I find... If it's my aunts will protect me from... Well, and I realized that I need to go back to Eternity Isle. There's like a whole section for Jafar's pages, and I don't have any of them. So I don't know if they're inside the castle, and I just missed like the castle, and I just missed them. That's the most likely to me. So I need to make time to go do that at some point. I think I was trying to use like a memory frame or something and realize I was like, none of these are here, so I've obviously overlooked something. Are you talking to the tree, sir? You found all the pages of Aurora's diary? What do they say? It's hard to tell since somebody chewed them all up, or let me read them over. The diary pages say something about Aurora being suspicious of someone. It must have been Maleficent. Yeah, it must have been. I'm not so sure. You think somebody else is behind everything that's going on in the Vale? What else did the diaries say? The last entry says that Aurora went to the Lore Keeper. The Lore Keeper sent her inside the pages of a story. No way. This whole time, the last person who Aurora talked to was the Lore Keeper? Why didn't she tell us? Maybe Aurora never made it to her, or maybe the Lore Keeper's memories are still fuzzy, or maybe something funny is going on here. I'm thinking that one. Yeah, I don't like this. If we're gonna find Aurora, the next stop is a little chat with the Lore Keeper. Agreed. Just be careful, Lilith, and remember, I've got your back if you need it. Okay. Give me my next quest. T. Okay. Little detective work, trying to figure this crap out. What's going on? Is the Lore Keeper's memory messed up as well? Sup? Ah, Lilith. I don't suppose you've learned anything more about our missing princess. As a matter of fact, I have. Aurora was going to talk to you before she disappeared. Did she ever reach you, or did you forget about that, or why didn't you tell me? Something's not right here. Why didn't you tell me? I'm sorry, Lilith. Like so many of my stories, that one got away from me. You must forgive me. I remember now. The true whereabouts of Princess Aurora have been right under my ribbon all along. Aurora disappeared into the tapestry behind me. How does one disappear into a tapestry? Ah, of course. I hate it when that happens. I hate when that happens. Or, the tapestry. Are you sure you're okay? That one. Of course. Allow me to explain. It's just as I told you before. The tapestry behind me tells the story of the Vale. When one steps through it, they find themselves in a world of ink and paper. A world where anything is possible. Why did you send Aurora through it? I was certain that the cause of the never after would lie within. She was to step inside, solve the problem, and be back in time for tea. It can never be that easy, can it? Or so much for that plan. Or could we skip the dangerous part and get right to tea? So much for that plan. It's true. But without complications, we'd have no stories at all. That's fair. What sorts of things would I find inside? Over time, the pages come to reflect the people who live there. I imagine that by now, you'd find something that reflects Aurora. A huge castle, or a cozy cottage in the woods, or something completely different. I mean, it's got a castle, but it's also kind of got like a wood around it. Anyway, something completely different? I can't speculate. You must uncover it for yourself. Then I guess I'll have to go in after her. Indeed. Simply step up to the tapestry and push your way inside. Alright. Hopefully I won't get trapped in there as well. Alright, here we go. Well, that didn't work. Okay, great. I was like... How curious. The tapestry refuses to allow you entrance? Oh, I know precisely why. It doesn't see you as the hero of the story yet. How do I make it recognize me as the hero of the story? If you tell me to destroy Maleficent, Excuse me, what do I have to do to get some recognition around here? How do I make it recognize me? Aurora faced the same challenge, so she searched the Vale for something to show her the way, and she found a tome that explained how to become the hero of the Vale. If only she were here to tell me where she put it, or it sounds like exactly what I need. That one. Aurora knew that others may wish to follow her. She hid the 2 volumes of the tome somewhere in the Vale. But she left a note in the bind in the secret chamber beneath the bridge, describing where to find them. Go forth and search, Lilith. All right. I'm going to have a berry salad. And I'm going to itch my face. And I'm going to go look for Aurora's note. All right. Search the Vale for the pieces of the fairy tale book, near the fallen fortress's crumbling walls and near a windmill in Mythopia. Well, boom. I'll go there. Would you like a fetch quest? Yes. Oh, for a second there, that little spot at the bottom of this little cord looks like a book. I was like, oh, it's right there. No. All right. Now, I think they actually fixed the spawn in this area. Now, did you bury it, or did you just leave it laying around? Because there's lots of little dig spots. Let's see. I don't see anything behind the wall you can't get to anymore, so that's nice. Now, did you bury it? Ugh. Stupid lag. Oh, I have such a love-hate relationship with the Vale. Like, I don't want to plant that. Stop. I want to move that so I can collect this stuff. Oh my gosh. Ah! I'll just hang out right here. And I used to think it was because of my lure traps, but that seems to be really inconsistent. The most consistent seems to be the second I go into... I don't typically do anything besides come into Scrooge's shop when I'm over here, so that seems to be the most consistent. Like, after I come out of the shop, I don't know if it's true for if I go inside the villagers' houses, or... What the... Oh, God. It could be if I go inside any building that it might give me a problem, but the only one I know for sure is Scrooge's shop. It seems like after I come out of Scrooge's shop, the Vale is extra laggy. And I didn't even think about it before I went into Scrooge's shop. Nope. Really? Because I don't, you know, I'm usually doing that kind of stuff when I'm not streaming, so I wasn't even thinking about the fact that it might. Now, it's possible that even doing the quest where I had to go to the Unwritten Realms would have had the same outcome, you know, the same effect. So, yeah, it's really annoying that, because it's not always laggy. It's just almost always after I go into Scrooge's shop and come back out. So, and because I went to Scrooge's shop before I did the questing, I really have no way of knowing if the questing would have also resulted in lagginess. Well, is it close to here? Near the fallen fortress's crumbling walls. I would imagine it's in there, you know? Not outside? Well, I'm going to collect everything in here and see what happens. Even though it's being problematic doing it. I'll just have to try and remember not to go inside buildings during stream if I want to do stuff in the Vale. If I'm just here by myself, it's annoying, but it's not like I'm subjecting other people to that level of annoyance, but here we are now. Dealing with it. Because that's what we got. This dragon hasn't leveled up yet, has he? I don't think so. Ah! Fantastic. I will take it. Thank you. Leggy, 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 leggy. Leggy, leggy, leggy. Alrighty. Let's go up to this windmill. What's the closest? I think it's probably closer to this one. Alright. So, definitely will be playing Dreamlight Valley for stream as long as I still have story-related content going on. Oh, excellent. All volumes to the Lord Keeper. And then I will still be doing Dinkum on Sundays, just because now that we're kind of, you know, back to a regular schedule, being back in town and all, my times to play it are limited again to probably just on the weekends. Unless I have time off from work, which I will have some time off from work, but I also am going to be doing some family stuff, getting ready for school stuff. So we'll keep alternating until this stuff is done, and then we'll see where we at timing wise. I've been thinking about some art stuff too. Ah, yes, here they are. You must read them thoroughly. Within these 2 volumes, each totaling thousands of pages, you will find the instructions you need. Really? I feel like you're purposefully being obtuse and sabotaging my progress. See you in 2 months once I'm done, or could I just skim them, or you can't possibly expect me to read all this. That one. I suppose you're right. I shall ingest their contents and give you the most important facts. That was an option? Just a moment. Ahem. Did it work, or what did that feel like, or gesundheit? Gesundheit. Oh no, that wasn't a sneeze. I've now read all 5,056 pages. That's what you wanted. And I know precisely what you must do. Oh, how amazing is that? Seconds. Okay. I'm just... You know, I still trust the Lore Keeper, but also there's a little bit of doubt in there too, where it's like, are you messing with me? Don't keep me in suspense, or what do I need to do? Or I wish I could read that fast. I don't know if I wish I could read that fast. If it was like a technical manual, I think that would be amazing. But like a fiction, like a story? What do I need to do? To pass through the tapestry, you'll have to convince it that you're the hero of the Vale. We already knew that. And to do that, you must dress the part. First, you must gather something from each beloved character you've met on your journey. Then you must find items from around the Vale infused with story magic. Good luck, Lilith. From all of the characters I've met? Oh, just the ones from here. Okay. Well, hi, Merida. Tag, you're it. Lilith. Flynn told me you're close to finding Aurora. Just tell me what I can do to help. I need something from you. A scrap of fabric should do the trick. You mean something like this? Could we make like a coat of many colors? from scraps of fabric from everybody? That'd be kind of cool. It's a piece of an old family quilt I've been keeping. That should do the trick. Thanks, Merida. Sample. Why do I have a feeling Hades is going to be a pain in the butt? Hey, lady. Hey, lady. Give me something. Help me out. Maleficent. I'm on the trail of Princess Aurora. I think she's the key to stopping all of this. To find Aurora, I'm going to need something from you. A strip of fabric would be enough.
Oh.
How ironically cruel the world is. Now I must save Aurora. It would be pretty cool to get to be a hero for once, wouldn't it? Or, I know it goes against your whole villainous vibe, or do it for me, your old pal Lilith. I know it goes against your whole villainous vibe. Villainous? But Lilith, I've always been the hero of my story, no matter what the legends say. I guess you're right. The hero of one story is just the villain of another. Not always. Or, didn't you put a curse on a baby? That seems pretty villainous. That one. I had been horrifically wronged. Yeah, but if they'd been the least bit clever, they'd have found a way around the curse. Now, if it will aid you in putting a stop to whatever this nonsense is, I suppose I can spare something. Here. A strip of cloth, ripped from the hem of my raiments? There are a few mortals I'd do such a thing for, Lilith. Don't make me regret it. So, my husband has been playing Marvel Rivals. Oh gosh, I wish I could remember the name of the character. There's another character that, like, goes to an alternate dimension and, like, befriends demons. Not befriends them, but can, like, talk to them. Anyway, she comes back, and Marvel Rivals has interactions between all the different characters. I'm really doing a horrible job of describing who this character is. But essentially, she's got a different perspective from being in this other dimension, realm, whatever. And she comes, she's back in this realm or dimension or however it's described. And the characters in that game will have interactions. And apparently, she looks at Loki at one point and she's like, you know, there are other dimensions out there. Have you ever thought about just, like, leaving? Like, you know, you don't have to stay here and, like, be a part of, like, this, you know, you don't have to participate in this world if you don't want to. You don't have to, like, carry on these petty, you know, vengeance or, like, spiteful interactions with these people. You could just go somewhere else, right? It's kind of how I got, like, Maleficent. Like, they should have been clever enough, and they hurt my feelings, so I'm gonna curse their baby. Like, that just seems, like, kind of petty. And makes you look small, really, for, like, being so limited. Anyway. Hey, Lilith, any leads on finding Aurora? I feel like I did a horrible job of explaining, like, that parallel, but it felt, like, similar in my head when I was thinking about it. So, anyway. Yes, but I need your help. Just say it, and I'm all in. I know I did all I could to help her before, but I still feel responsible somehow. I need a piece of fabric or something like that from you. Something like a scrap of your jacket. Oh, gosh, I need to wrap it up. You mean my vest? I am not ripping up my vest. It's part of my signature look. I'm not going to force you. Or do you have anything else you could use? Or you just said you'd do whatever you could to help. That one. You're right. Here, take this. Just a little piece of the inner lining. It didn't have to be your vest, man. Alright. It's fine. I hope it's enough. Hey, Lilith, bring Aurora back. Things just won't be right until you do. Fair. I'm probably going to have to stop once I talk to Hades, though. Because it's already... I'm about 20 minutes over. Which is fine. It's just, I got work tomorrow and, like, spend a little time with my husband before we both pass out for the night, you know? Alright, Lilith, what do you want? I'm not exactly thrilled with how you've been cozying up to Maleficent. Speaking of petty bitches, all right, you two aren't plotting against me, are you? Because that would be so wrong. I wouldn't dream of it. Or so what if we are? Or we were just talking about tossing you into the sticks. I wouldn't dream of it. Good, good. Well, what do you want? I'm on the trail of Aurora. To find her, I need something from each of you. Something like a piece of fabric, maybe a piece of your toga. Hey, if it'll stop me from being erased, I'll give you whatever you need. See? Practical. I can give Hades some practical points. Bada bing. Danka. A scrap of the hem of my robe. If you want me to sign it, that's extra. And capitalizing. Practical and capitalizing. I will give both of those to Hades. Craft it. Get out of my way. Not that the bird being in my way would be a problem, but, you know. Craft it! Excuse me? Hero of the Vale costume. Do I get to keep it? I can't believe I had all the flowers and stuff. That's kind of amazing. Alright. Can I keep this outfit? Let's just cover the whole screen in tree. What? Do I have to put it on now? I have to talk to the Lord Keeper. Okay, I have to bring it to the... Okay. Bring it to the book. I'm kind of hoping that, like, here in another couple little bits, it'll be like, and now go through the tapestry. And that's where I'm going to break. Because I figured that that'll probably be a good starting point for next time we stream this, which will be next Thursday. Unless I get a wild hair on Sunday, but I miss Dinkum too. Here. Not just Dreamlight Valley. Ah, this is beautiful, Lilith. I'm honored to wear it, or it's not really my style, or it's so nice, that one. I'm glad you think so. As a book, I'm not quite qualified to speak on fashion. All it's missing is a bit of story magic, but not anymore. Here you are. Simply put it on and step through the tapestry. All right. That is where I'm going to break. Because if that's the next step, unless, of course, it's like, and now you still can't go through because you didn't do this jump up and down quest and fetch this thing quest. But that can be for next week. So, let us say bye to Merida.
You don't say.
Bye. Alrighty. So, let's get ourselves all situated somewhere. Just stand like right here. That's fine. Oh, unless we're gonna lag too much and then we, you know. Alright. So, now that that's that, let me just double check the calendar and make sure there's nothing crazy going on. Why does this have a little dot on it? Is the 20th a holiday? What is the significance? Okay. Alright. Oh, landed on the moon. It doesn't explain why there's a... So, I'm looking at, like, the built-in calendar at the start bar on the bottom of my computer. I don't know if that's just a Windows thing or if that's, like, a... I don't know. But there are dots underneath certain days. And, like, July 4th has one underneath. And the 11th and the 30th and the 20th and the 30th of this... Anyway, I'm not sure exactly what that means. I don't know what those little dots represent. Is it a moon thing? No, some of those are too close together to be a moon thing. So I don't know. I don't know what those actually represent. Anyway, so I was like, oh, is there something scheduled for the 20th? This is how my tangent brain works. I was like, oh, I need to check and see if there's anything happening on the 20th. I wonder what that weird dot is. I'm going to Google that, and then I'm going to, like, think about it. Okay, so now that we've acknowledged tangent brain and the fact that we're getting tired and jellified at the end of the stream, we can look at the calendar for real and go, I don't think there's anything coming up. I should be here on Sunday. It should be Dinkum. We will go into an alternating Dinkum Dreamlight Valley while we still have story content for Dreamlight Valley. And then, depending on how long it takes me, we'll see where we are timing wise. I still got quite a bit of time, I think, in this Star Path. Is that right? Oh, this ends in 12 days. So, what does that put us at for that? The 30th? Is that right? So that means another Star Path might be starting on the 6th of August? The 13th if they delay it? Okay. So that's interesting. And let's see. That I will probably go to, I will probably finish this before the next Star Path starts, which is fine. But if that happens, depending on like how I'm feeling about Dinkum and Dreamlight Valley, I may still keep alternating, or I may go to just Dinkum only. But we're about a month well, that's not true. We don't know when the alpha for Autonomica is coming out. We know it's September, but it could be the last week of September, or it could be the first week of September. I don't know, but I do believe that I'm going to be able to stream that, so we'll have to figure out how to incorporate that in when we get to alpha release. I think I have to make sure that it's like clearly stated this is an alpha, it's being developed, disclaimer, 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 just so that, if people check it out, they won't be like, this is the final game, because obviously alphas aren't. Anyway, before I get too rambly, back to our regularly scheduled programming for the foreseeable future. We'll see. But other than that, normal stuff coming out on the YouTube side of things, if you follow any of that over there. And don't forget to like and subscribe and follow and all of those things if you enjoy hanging out with me and don't want to miss when I am around. But thank you so much. I hope you have a lovely day, nighttime, wherever you are, whenever you are. I'll see you next time. Bye.